Hey, what's up guys, Nick here with my review for Arrow Season 5, Episode 7, Vigilante. Now, obviously this episode we're introduced to the DC Comics character Vigilante, and he is pretty much the main antagonist throughout this episode, but he's not a straight up villain. He's kind of the guy that's out there doing his own thing, but he's killing people, and that goes against Oliver's moral code. He just feels that he can't let another psychopath out there bring justice into his own hands and become judge, jury, and executioner, much like he was in Season 1, even though he's constantly trying to be a better person, be an actual hero, and a symbol of hope for Star City. Now, obviously, you know, when you actually think about that, when you say it, it seems a lot like the whole Daredevil and Punisher thing that we saw earlier this year in Daredevil Season 2, and really, when you're watching the show, it's a lot like that. You know, they're both out there for the same cause, they're basically on the same team, however they just go about things in very different ways. You know, Vigilante isn't afraid to let out some bullets and kill people, and he's not afraid of collateral damage either, which is a little bit of a change from his character in the comics, actually. So that's the main kind of A story of this episode. We also get a couple side stories, you know, the whole Quentin Lance being a drunk and having to go into rehab, and him giving up his position as deputy mayor because he needs to focus more on himself and becoming, you know, a better person too, and trying to get over Laurel's death. And we see Thea really helping him out this episode, and she actually pushes him to get into rehab, and he does, so I'm guessing we're going to see his character progress from here on out. Also, another subplot is involving the whole Russia flashbacks. We get to see Oliver actually encounter Konstantin Kovar and actually get a read on what's happening with the Bratva situation and who's really the bad guy and who's the good guy, and there's a lot of shades of gray going on in there. And those are pretty much the main, you know, stories that we actually are following this episode. There's a little subplot with like Diggle and his son having his birthday party, and that was nice to see, you know, the resolution of that by the end of the episode, where Wild Dog actually does something nice for him. So I really do like the little friendship that Wild Dog and Diggle are trying to create. It's a pretty cool camaraderie because they're both kind of soldier guys, you know, they have this tough attitude about them, but they do have like a heart of gold underneath. So overall, I really did enjoy this episode. I'll talk about the twist ending in a bit, but just my general thoughts on this episode, it was pretty cool. I'm definitely digging the character development that we got throughout this episode, but it's just gonna suck because we're actually taking a week off next week to get prepared for the crossover event. So the big twist at the end of the episode that has a lot of people talking is that, spoiler warning here, but we're actually revealed that Artemis has been working with Prometheus all along, and she meets him on a rooftop at the very end of the episode and says that nobody suspects anything, the plan is working. So I'm guessing this is setting up some sort of a big blind reveal, you know. We actually see in the mid-season finale synopsis for Arrow this season that Oliver is going to come to blows with Prometheus, and it's going to have huge consequences for the entire show. So I'm definitely interested to see how that's all going to wrap up, but overall for this episode, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. Really cool stuff here, and also Vigilante isn't killed off or captured or anything, so he's still out there, and maybe we'll see him show up later on. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think is going on with that whole Artemis Prometheus twist at the end there, and what are your general thoughts on how they handled Vigilante this episode? Also, if you guys are new to the channel and you like this video, subscribe for more content like this. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you guys next time.